Alright, so next up on Slameoke is Mr. Fantastic. Too soon. Do it. It's satisfied.
I was still trying to read, trying to find the words I don't know. How y'all doing?
Alright.
No, really, how y'all doing?
How the hell are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna attempt Joy's choice piece, which is actually one of my favorite pieces of hers. So, is she in the room with me by any chance? Joy?
No, she's not here yet.
Great, she won't hear me butcher. Alright. And I brought my glasses just for the occasion. I remember Sonora like water music. Transcendent, moving, lovely, unchanged. I remember her sitting there aboard a colored room, holding Walkman headphones to her stomach like tiny intrauterine speakers through which she could communicate, "I love you." I remember her face as she stared out the window, tint red with melon light of sun setting, certain that she had dripped these sick brown walls, sure that they would fade in the dust, in the sun, like airplane trails. Sometimes, we write "I love you" in between the lines of black and white crescent forms, of patient charts that read toxemia, of antiseptic sheets and fingernail percents bloody on palms from the pain of chanting 14 more days. 14 more days until viability of the child that she named Grace. 14 days as her organs shut down, as her husband begged her not to die, and with 8 days left, I remembered Sonora. Sitting with her Walkman headphones on the stomach and sitting with her Walkman headphones on her stomach in her waiting room. "I have a choice," she says, echoing the protesters outside, who wave signs with portraits of aborted feasts. Start that over. "I have a choice," she says, echoing the protesters outside, who wave signs with portraits of aborted fetuses splashed lurid like movie posters with Sonora cast as villain. They called her whore as she'd been wheeled in. Someone had thrown a red paintball on her hospital ground. "Splash! Choice," she said, and smiled at me like acid, but the truth was, she didn't. She had 7 hours until her kidneys shut down. She had 2 hours until her liver failed, and she had Grace, who needed 8 more days to even have a chance on ventilators. I watched as Sonora held her headphones to her ears, listening, and then replaced it to her stomach. So much love between those warm brown walls, love for her husband, for wife, for child. I watched as Sonora loved like sun in deserts, bleached white and wavering pale. I watched her husband love her cruel, like a fist to her swollen paintball stomach. Watched him love her more to Grace's vapor-thin chance. Watched him love her deep as water, warm. The procedure took only an empty half hour. In recovery, you could still hear the shots of protesters through the walls. Sonora held the headphones over her own ears like an escape from God loves you. Escape from God loves you, and the babies are people too. Like lifeline to a girl who was not a person too. I asked her if she wanted to put the CD in her stereo, and we turned it up loud and listened to Handle Together. Transcendent, moving, unchanged. I remember Sonora like water music. I don't remember Grace at all.